Hello, renowned audience. I am introducing Danie here. We have known each other for quite some time. How long has it been? Maybe like 3 years? Okay, we're on the same page. So we've known each other for about 3 years, so we're well acquainted. But I wanted to do this interview because I want you guys to know about Danie. And what better way to know than to do an interview for our art magazine? So she will be the first of many artists that we're going to interview. Okay. Right now, we're here at the Macabre Art Market where Danie has her table set up, which we'll go visit after we do our interview here. So exciting. Okay. So, like I said, I know you, but the audience does not know you. So can you tell us just like a little bit about yourself?
My name is Danie. I'm 20 years old. I just started marketing last year, so I'm relatively new to the space, but it's been all good vibes so far.
Awesome. And what first got you into art? Because I know you've been doing this since you were like a little girl. When did you fully be like, this is what I want, this is what I love, this is what I want to pursue?
So I've always known that I was going to do something in the arts. Like I studied culinary arts for a long time and I was in cake decorating. So it was always something artsy. What? And then I worked a restaurant job and decided this is not what I want to do for the rest of my life. And I've, like you said, like I've always been drawing. So I started like doodling every now and again. I took some art classes in high school. And then I actually took a trip to the Philippines and I was just going off on like my artistic journey over there, and my family over there was just so supportive of me that I was like, I think wait a second, like I can do this. Like I can do this. Like this is something that I love, and they are recognizing that. So when I came back, I ended up taking art classes at the Museum of Fine Arts, and that was like a big jump start to like figuring out what my style was and what I wanted to do. And then I started marketing.
That sounds great. And so you have a lot of different mediums that I've seen. So I know you've been doing like play work, you have paintings. What is your favorite, and what mediums did you start with, and how did you kind of like evolve?
So my absolute favorite right now is acrylic. Okay. I'm an acrylic girl. I'm a heavy hand. But I mostly do also work with like mixed media. So like if you see a painting, like I will predominantly use acrylic, but I do mix it up with a lot. I started off just with like alcohol markers. Those are my jam.
Okay.
So just like markering it up, and then eventually like I got to painting.
Oh, so would you say painting is your favorite right now?
Painting, yeah.
Okay, specifically acrylic.
I did just take up ceramics, and I'm living it up.
Okay. So ceramics is fun. So it's challenging though, and you have to have a lot of patience.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
You got it. Okay, so Danie's downfall. What's the meaning of Danie's downfall?
So I know I did just talk about how supportive my family is in the Philippines.
Yes.
But I do come from an Asian upbringing.
Right.
And my family in the Philippines are really supportive, but my family here, not so much. Like when I said that I was changing career paths into the arts, like they're like, you're bound to fail. Like all artists don't get rich until they're dead. Like it was everything you can think of in the book. I got it.
Okay.
And so everyone's like, just pick this. It's like, it's going to be your downfall. Like, it's going to be the downfall of you. Like, you're going to be poor. And so now I'm Danie's downfall. And that's what's going to be taking me to the top, baby.
Your downfall is going to be taking you up there. I love that. I actually never knew that.
Yeah.
That's great. So, turning something negative into positive.
Yeah. So now they're going to be like, oh, well, we all said it was her downfall. And now she's super
successful.
successful.
Exactly. So how would you describe Danie's downfall to someone who doesn't know you? Because there's a theme that I noticed going on with like your artwork, but how would you describe this theme? I want you to say it.
So I would say it's intense.
Okay.
Intense to those who maybe don't really, from an outside point of view looking in, like they'll think like it's a little scary, it's horror, it's like gory, it's a lot. So I know it can be like intense, but to me, it's more so intense with emotion. I really try to like capture what everyone's feeling, like what I'm feeling when I'm painting it, what I feel like someone would be feeling in a certain situation. So I feel like it's intense to look at, it's intense to feel, it's intense to make. So intense.
Okay. Intense. What is inspiring you to create now?
There are so many inspirations.
Give a few.
A crazy question.
Yeah, like I know there's so many things. Is
Mhm.
it like books, or is it like certain artists from the past, or because I know you've been doing art since you were a kid,
Mhm.
and you know, as a kid you have this like wild, free, creative imagination.
Mhm.
But as you get an adult and you get into the real world, sometimes you lose parts of that imagination. But it's also like what around you is now inspiring you to create the work that you're creating in this intense space.
I definitely feel like my creativity is more just evolved rather than I lost it. And I'm grateful for that. And like I said, like those museum classes that I took, I was just surrounded by like the most supportive people. And I was really struggling to find my style, find my voice, find what I wanted to do, because I wanted to be like drawing like the Renaissance or like drawing like Van Gogh, like trying to be what other people wanted me to be.
Right.
And I just met this wonderful woman. Her name is Laura. And
Okay, shout out to Laura.
yeah, shout out to Laura. Love you, girl.
Hi, Laura.
And I was so frustrated in class, and I just drew this ugly monster. He was just quite the looker. And she was like, "That is gorgeous. And that's amazing. That's beautiful." And I was like, people like what I do, and people like my brain, and I don't need to be what other people want. So it's more so like what I feel like I've been holding back.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the inspiration of what others have been giving on to me, like the endless support I feel like has built my inspiration of just being around people. The creative juices flow.
Okay, I like that. You're just inspired by just people and just the authenticity of like life itself.
Truly.
That's great. I think that's really, really nice. And that's interesting to know that that's where these little like creatures just came from. I think as an artist that's a tough thing, and it's a threshold that you have to pass, and realizing like, hey, I can express myself fully authentically, even if it's not even the prettiest, even in like ugly forms, and people are gonna think it's beautiful. So that's great. That's great. You gave me chills saying that. I'm like, wow, that's incredible. So you talked about Danie's downfall really being your rise and your evolution from starting as a child to now. Where do you see yourself in the next like 5 to 10 years?
So, I do hope to gain my master's in studio arts. I love being in the studio. And I also, when I later on retire, I want to be able to like teach art in schools.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So, I wanted to like get all of my education for that within like the upcoming years. And then hopefully I'm gonna open up an art gallery. But it's gonna be a nonprofit. I wanted to make sure that like with one gallery, with two, how many ever I open, they will always be free. I feel like there shouldn't be a paywall when it comes to art. I feel like everyone should have access to the art. What really inspired me was the contemporary museum that we have here in Houston. It's so small. Like everyone always misses it because like all of these museums are surrounded by it, but it creates the most beautiful art, and it's literally free. And everyone like has access to it, and it's so beautiful. And I just hope that like I could create something like that. Like I could create a space for people like who are starting out in like that space that I was looking for.
Okay, I love that. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the Contemporary Arts Museum. We both are like huge fans of the Contemporary Arts Museum. We're there a lot, and I think it's great. So that's amazing. I think finally, two things. What are you wanting people to know most about you and your art?
I want people to see me. I want them to see a piece of art and like know it was mine. I want them to like feel the emotions that I was feeling. Like I just want them to see me.
Okay. That is great. Oh my God. You are so sweet. I am so happy for all of your success. I really am. You're going to go really, really far. And I'm really excited to just like keep seeing your journey. Like I believe in you wholeheartedly.
I can't wait to see yours.
Thank you. In the works. In the works. And the final thing is, can you just like tell the audience where we can support you? Do you have a website? Do you have a place where we can buy your artwork? Or is there any way we can contact you? And we'll also like place this on the screen too. So like your website, email, anything where we can contact you.
I am DaniesDownfall art on every single thing that you can imagine. Twitter, Instagram, like I'm starting a YouTube.
Okay.
The website is not up yet, but it will be up later this year.
Okay, website coming soon.
Getting the stuff together, but it will be DaniesDownfall.com. Like, she'll be there.
Okay.
So look out for that. But Danies Downfall are on everything. And I just take orders through my DMs right now.
Okay.
I send out like forms and everything like that. So your information is not in the DMs. Everything is like
in a
private.
form. Okay.
Yeah.
Professional. Love that.
Privacy is very important to me. So
okay. Perfect. I think that is it. Do you have any questions for me or anything else that you'd like to
I just wanted to thank you for the opportunity, and I just want to say how proud I am of you for doing this.
As much as someone coming from someone who's like also a big artist, and I'm always a champion for other people and pursuing their dreams. So I support you and all my other friends who are chasing after what they want to chase after, because I know it's difficult when we're in a society that literally steers us clear in the other direction. It says, you can't do this, you can't make a living off of this, and you can't do this. And it's like, you can do anything that you put your mind to. I'm a firm believer of that. So as long as you believe that, you will be A-okay. So you're great. You're doing great. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this interview. Like we said, you can check out Danie at all of her social media channels. DM her. Please purchase some of her art. It is great. And you would be supporting a truly incredible artist. Okay. Thank you guys.